¿Qué tal mis amigos y amigas de la familia aventurera? Por allá por estar con nosotros. En esta ocasión vamos a mostrarles un video que hicimos cuando visitamos SeaWorld, específicamente al show de las ballenas, que es algo impresionante. Denle like a nuestro canal, suscríbanse, dejen sus comentarios y compártanlo. Pura vida.
No, I definitely know. That's definitely something that I've built in here. So yeah. That's awesome.
The largest farm in the U.S. They all come ashore this time of year. If you go up, you might only see the pups, but like you can find the from guy water. So like it's like and they're right there. So like I'm on this bluff with the boardwalk. It's not, you know, but they've already males have already off
Watch out!
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been a dream. Right? I've always wanted to be in San Diego, so when I got that opportunity to meet you, I was like, I'm here. I definitely will. It was wonderful to meet you too. I would love to meet you too. Also, I have a mermaid cheek. I'll try when we have there. I have custom mermaid skills on the side of my cheek. I'm a little small mermaid, and they even call me that. It's just too Oh yeah. I'll see ya.
Willy. Lista. Aquí viene, aquí viene. No sé.
Vea, este es el queque. Mira que
¿No estás viendo los brincos?
We at this time ask that anyone from the U.S. military, past or present, or armed forces from our allies from around the world to please rise and remain standing.
The world has one interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Sam and I'm so honored to introduce you to these intriguing and majestic animals. There's nothing like seeing killer whales up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope today's Orca Encounter gives you a better understanding of these incredible animals and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica.
Right?
In fact, there are at least 10 types or ecotypes of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Killer whales truly are a natural wonder, and today we're going to talk a little bit about their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly designed for catching a quick breath of air at the surface of the water. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It looks like it's located in that white oval eye patch, but that is a visual distraction. Their eyes are actually located just in front, camouflage from thrashing prey. The fin on the whale's back is called the dorsal fin, and helps stabilize orcas as they swim. It also helps regulate their body temperature. Since there is no bone or muscle structure in this fin at all, sometimes you may see it curve. The flippers on either side of the whale's body are called pectoral flippers, and they're mainly used for steering and stopping. Pectoral flippers have 5 bony digits inside of them, just like the human hand. The lobes on either side of their tail are called tail flukes. The tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling them to speeds of almost 30 miles per hour. That's as fast as some of our speedboats. But they swim the fastest and use the most power when propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of their communication. They can use pectoral slaps on the surface of the water to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother might use a pec slap to get her calf's attention. But when they really want to be heard, they breathe. Killer whales use spy hopping to get a better view of their environment and coordinate with each other while they hunt. Another form of communication that killer whales can use in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. As you can see, killer whales are excellent communicators, so it's no surprise they're at the very top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Can actually capture sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. Watch as our whales demonstrate a similar behavior right here in front of all of you. Antarctic orcas will actually create waves that wash over floating ice, knocking unsuspecting seals right into the water. Shuka is showing off this same wave-making technique, demonstrating one of the most impressive and complex hunting abilities killer whales have developed all around the world. Now you've seen these waves crashing in front of you, but you can't truly imagine the amount of water displaced until you experience it firsthand. Luckily, I have a very special volunteer Come on down, bud. You're going to get to feel the power of the killer whale in that 55-degree saltwater. So take a seat right there on your iceberg. Hold on tight to that white handle so you don't get washed away. And the whales are on their way. Who's ready to see them get wet? Oh, I think we can do a little bit better than that. Who's ready to see them get absolutely drenched? All right, Shuka's on her way. 3, 2, 1. That wasn't quite wet enough. That was just a little bit of a warm-up. Let's see if we can actually get you soaking wet. Hold on tight. Here she comes. Here comes that whale, and here comes that whale. Very nice. Let's go ahead and give a big round of applause for our very brave and very wet Spawn here. Luckily, he's wearing a poncho. Now, because killer whales are found in all parts of the ocean, it's no surprise they eat all types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen behind me is the largest animal on Earth. In fact, it is 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than a killer whale. So, how does killer whale this size prey on a blue whale that size out in the ocean? Well, it's all possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
No, it's been broken.
Play is an important part of everyday life for killer whales. It's how they teach their young to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. Porpoising is when killer whales swim fast at the surface, breaking out of the water just briefly. You can see them doing this when catching a ride in the wake of a boat or when surfing in an ocean wave. Killer whales love to be touched and will often rub their bellies on rocks when they can. We see our whales demonstrate the same behavior, just like killer whales in British Columbia would. Killer whales in the wild will also imitate one another. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are always learning from and mimicking one another. Does have a purpose. For example, killer whales in the wild might use a tail whip in hunting to stun fish, but today, I think they're gonna come stun all of you. at SeaWorld. It helps us build trusted relationships, provide optimal health care, research, and quality of life. All our whales here take an active role in their own health and well-being. For example, they can roll over and present us their tail flukes. This is helpful in getting a voluntary blood sample from the vein that runs along the inside of their tail. They can even slide out onto a scale, as you see Orca doing in this video. We monitor all our whales' weights to make sure our young ones are growing up properly and our older ones are maintaining a healthy weight. We can even get a breast sample from their blowhole, all because of the trusted relationships we build here at SeaWorld day after day. Now, I want to introduce you guys to a very special whale. Today, you guys are all in for a treat. Today is Kalia's 19th birthday. Now, Kalia was born here 19 years ago. She is one of the matriarchal killer whales in our pod, which means her mom was the queen, and now she is our queen. So she has a lovely mermaid queen of the sea themed birthday party. Kalia truly is one of the most special whales I get to work with, and you can tell that it's her based on these 3 little black freckles in the shape of a heart right over here. Now she has a full birthday cake, which is actually made out of Jello and ice. So she's gonna get this right here. All right, let's put this in. Everyone pose for a picture. Very nice. This is made out of Jello and ice. So if you make the Jello in a certain way, you can actually make it really hard and kind of freeze on here. So a lot of what you guys don't get to see behind the scenes is this. So these are killer whale enrichment, basically a fancy word for toys, and we get to give this to these guys all day, every day. So a big part of our job is basically killer whale arts and crafts. Kalia here, I can talk all day about her. She is so special. Each of the whales has their own personality, and Kalia is very sweet, very, very smart, and also a little bit sassy. She lives here with her younger brother, who's 10 years old, and she gets to run our pod. So even though she's about 5,000 pounds even, she is in charge, and she lets everybody know it. So it is truly special that you guys get to celebrate us celebrating Kalia. So let's give it up one more time for our birthday queen, Princess Kalia. Now we interact with our whales all day, every day to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play all help keep our whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's Orca Encounter. We hope you gained a better appreciation for these incredible animals. Have a great rest of your day here at SeaWorld. Bye-bye, everybody.